Ready to rock. Okay. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, and we're live. Hello, everybody. I'm Spokane Steve. In case you don't know, most of you do. And we're going to have a ball game today. Minnesota at Detroit, the third of a 5-game series. That's right, a doubleheader on the 24th, a single game today, June 25th, and then another doubleheader on the 26th. Assuming, of course, there was a makeup in there. And I debated whether to even do a stream today or not, but I'm kind of excited about this series. It's been a good series so far. The Tigers have won the first two and have a 3-game winning streak. Pitching matchup, definitely top-notch as Mudcat Grant goes for the Twins and Denny McLain for the Tigers. I'm watching Tampa Bay St. Louis. I have up on my screen. I'm wishing I'd have thrown a mid to late round pick at this Victor Scott today, I'll tell you that. Oh, I don't think he'll ever hit much, but he's got a couple of slap hits today. And more importantly, I can use a guy like that. He got a 1 in center field. And he's a star 19/15 stealer, 1-17 runner. I love those guys. And I virtually ignored him in my draft. So, you know, I'm not as sharp on following the new players as I used to be. I admit that. Looking at the chat, welcoming in Unmitigated. Kenyon's here. Hello, Kenyon. Ben has joined us at Tiger Stadium. Whoa. So they challenged the ball or the strike, and then they called a balk? Really? Wow. I'm not even sure that makes any sense. Very odd indeed. So they went to they're challenging the pitch is either a ball or a strike. They challenged the call, and then it ends up being a balk. Well, there's one for the books. All right, bear with me. For my own curiosity here, trying to get some interesting. So this was, because I see what happened. There's more to it than that. Hang on now. Hang on here. It says here, that the Brewers, what they did was in violation of the ABS system. And they were charged for a balk. claiming the team cannot assist the battery, that only the batter can challenge the strike ball call. So it looks like what happened was the Brewers' first base coach signaled him to charge for it, and because that was an illegal move, they were charged with the balk. Ball 3 confirmed after ABS challenge. This doesn't show me anything, though. I don't want to see it. I just want to read about it. Brewers' new ABS strategy gets immediately banned, is the highlight of this article. The Brewers unveiled a clever strategy to help their hitters navigate. The only problem, MLB immediately declared it illegal and charged it as a balk. And this is kind of funny. One guy wrote, "Just bang on a garbage can. Who will know?" Interesting. Well, you can't blame him for trying. It's kind of clever, really. Unmitigated. Ernest is here. Okay, looking at our game. Again, it's Grant and McLean for the Mudcat. 9-5, 3.64 on the year, 15 starts. He's completed 6 of them, 1 a shutout. So pretty good year so far for Mudcat. McLean having a fine year for Detroit, 6-4, 3.59, also 15 starts, 5 complete games, 2 shutouts. And Grant 108 innings worked, and McLean 107 2/3. Grant giving up a hit an inning, McLean only 87 hits in the 108 innings with 81 strikeouts. McLean's given up 14 homers, Grant 12. So McLean's pitched better, which you would kind of expect. He has the better card, not by that much. Mudcat has a good card as well, and we're playing another game if I can't see shit here today. I apologize for that. Trying to play with the lighting. That's good gravy. Maybe acceptable. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, I think April 7th, I believe it is, that week, I go in for my first, the prep work. The preparatory appointment for the cataract surgery. So since they called me to set that up, I assume the insurance approved it. I certainly hope so. I can't pay for it. Lineup for the Twins. Ted Uhlaender gets a rare start in center field. It might be his first start of the season. I seem to remember him primarily, or almost exclusively, I should say, as a pinch hitter. Let's take a look. He's been in 27 games with 36 at-bats and 2 walks. So he may have started a few games. Zoilo Versailles is at short. Tony Oliva in right field bats third. Jimmy Hall, who's ice cold. You can find him right up here. Playing left field and hitting cleanup. Harmon Killebrew at third base. Don Mincher is at first. Earl Batty, the catcher. Caesar Tovar will play second and hit 8th. And Grant, the pitcher, hits 9th. Don't assume what? Oh, the insurance you most likely are referring to. Buckner, I saw the Buckner thing. Oh, that was hilarious. I read about it. I mean, I didn't see it. Schaefer is loath to make the beer batter a tiger. That's right. That too many viewers might tune out, and that's going to cost them beer sales. So they're going to go with Harmon Killebrew. Right, but the thing is, the eye doctor had to refer me, and her job was to get it to go through the insurance first. So if she did what she was supposed to do, I would assume those steps had been followed. But you're right, I'm not going to assume anything. I'll be asking questions. My first question is, who the hell is paying for this? So I made a pot of Pete's. Oh, here's another thing. I go to the store and they had the Pete's on sale. So I bought a bag, but they were out of the whole bean. I thought, oh hell, what's the difference? So I bought a bag of the Major Dickinson's already ground. I made that this morning. It was terrible. I've got the whole bean right now. It's the same, the same roast, the Major Dickinson's. It's night and day between the whole bean and the ground. I was shocked. I shouldn't be, because I only buy a whole bean. But I couldn't believe the difference. So I guess I'll throw that bag in the trunk of my car with my 4-cup, and next time I'm on the road, that'll be my motel coffee, I guess. All right. The good folks at Lindell's AC are happy with that. Yes, indeed. Is that because that's because Killebrew creates so much air you don't need the AC? Umpires for today's game: Lou DeMuro behind the plate, Marty Springstead at first, nobody at second. Ed Runge will be at third, and let's play ball. Ted Eulander steps in. Eulander is 6 for 36 on the year. Gee, many Christmas I can't see. I'm going to try the old prescription, see if that works any better. Actually, it does today for some reason. Isn't that weird? Okay, 6 for 36, that's a 167 average. He has a triple and a home run among the 6 hits. Denny McLean into the windup now. It's a 5-7 lefty, and he walks him. A leadoff walk to Eulander. Maybe I put the wrong measurements, man, but I'll tell you what, it was awful. I had a couple of cups and I poured the whole goddamn thing out and made a pot from the grinder. The Eulander aboard, he's a star 19. Let's check the battery now. It's a good one. McLean with a -2, and of course Freehan with a -3 cannon behind the plate. So a -5 battery, 14. They're going to hold him on and make that a 12. And here's Zoilo Versailles. Versailles batting .239, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs. Out of the stretch, here comes McLean's delivery on a 2-3. Grounder to third base, fielded by Ward. He goes to Wood, on to first, not in time. That'll be a fielder's choice. And Zoilo's aboard. 15, not held at 10. It'll be very difficult to run on the Tigers today. Tony Oliva steps to the plate, hitting .254, 11 home runs, 37 RBIs. McLean checks first, comes to the plate, 6-7 lefty, grounder second base X, that could be 2. That's Wood though, a 429. To his left on a 19, he's got it. He goes to McAuliffe for 1, that's all they'll get. Versailles came in hard and no way to turn it. Broke it up. Good old-fashioned hard sliding baseball there. Whoa, the Rays got a handful of runs. I look away for it. It was 6-4. I look up, it's 9-4. Jimmy Hall will bat with a runner on first and 2 down. Hall, in his last 10 days, just 3 for 26, a 115 average on the season. 294, 13 home runs, 29 RBIs. McClain into the windup now on a 5-7 left-handed. And he walks him. Second walk of the inning issued by McClain. I'll leave it a second. Hang on, I'm trying to bring the sunlight in closer. I'm trying to do anything to make this easier to read. It's almost as, I can almost read the card as well with no glasses as the glasses. Okay, here's Killebrew. Killebrew leads the club in hitting at .321. His 18 home runs among the major league leaders, as are his 58 RBIs. So Killebrew having a monster season. Runner at first, 2 down. McClain out on the stretch. Fastball, 4-8 righty. That is lined to second, single to 8. That's going to be a single for Killebrew. Knocked down by Wood, but he has no play. The bases will be loaded. The bases loaded, 2 away, and Don Mincher steps to the plate. Mincher batting just .216, 8 home runs, 21 RBIs. McClain trying to dial it in here. His control has been a bit erratic here in the first inning as he gets the sign from Freehand. Full windup. Pitch to Mincher on a 6-8 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And McClain pitches out of the jam. No runs a hit, and the Twins leave the bases loaded in the first inning. So after half an inning, it's Minnesota 0. Detroit coming to bat against Mudcat Grant. Are these even the correct glasses? Yeah, they are. Jiminy Christmas. Lineup for the Tigers. Dick McAuliffe at shortstop to lead things off. Jake Wood at second. Norm Cash at first base hits third. Al Kaline in center field in the cleanup spot. Jim Northrup will be in right field with Willie Horton in left. Bill Freehand, the catcher. Don Wirt down at third base, and McClain, the pitcher. It is, but he's hit there before. He's usually 4 or 5. In fact, I'm going to show you guys something. This is as good as time as any for it. You can go to the stats and you can look under each individual player. Okay, there's Killebrew's game log. Here's his detail report. Versus left versus right. He's pretty balanced, actually, but it also shows each position in the lineup. He's batted 4th, 5th, and 6th. 4th the most of all, 124 at-bats in the 4 spot. but he's actually performed much better in the 96 spots and the 5 spot. I don't quite get the 14 at-bats in the 6 spot. Shows how many times he's batted in the clutch with the bases loaded versus each team. Home, road, night, day, and by the month. Okay, then you get into hit by pitch, left on base, game-winning RBI, 5. Batting average on balls in play, base running, fielding at all 3 positions. Game started, 11 at first, 41 at third, 14 in left. How about that? You can do that for any player. Holy crap, that's what you call granular. Hello, Jeremy, welcome in. Okay, let me pull my team stats back up here as Dick McAuliffe steps to the plate. McAuliffe hitting .221, 13 homers, 27 RBIs, and his 44 walks among the league leaders. Left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Mudcat Grant now on a 3-5, called strike 3. Rings him up. Rings him up, does Lou DeMuro, and here's Jake Wood. Wood hitting .270, just 20 for 74. 1 homer, 8 RBIs. Grant into the windup with a 5'11 right-handed, and he walks him. 1 out walk to Wood, good speed on the bases. Let's check the Minnesota battery. Grant a -1. Batty a 0, so 14. They're going to hold Wood at 12. So Jake Wood being held, Norm Cash is the hitter. Cash hitting .262, 13 home runs, 33 RBIs. Both of these teams with very deep lineups. I was really smiling, honestly, as I wrote this score sheet out this morning. These guys can put up some runs. How many? It's pretty close. 324 for the Twins, 328 for the Tigers. The pitch from the stretch to Norm Cash. 5-6 left-handed. Grounded down to first base, White at first. Picked up there by Mincher. He goes down to Versailles for 1. Back to first, not in time. So Wood is forced. Cash at first. And with 2 away, Al Kaline will be the batter. If I get down low, I can see better. Kaline leads the club in most categories. 332 average, 12 home runs, 45 RBIs. 12 home runs is actually 4th on the Tiger team. That's saying something. With 45 RBIs, 2nd to Willie Horton. Grant's pitch, 6'4" righty. Catcher's card, that's going to be Batty, a 2-E2. This should take care of it. On an 8, it's a pop out. Batty makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 1 left. We are scoreless after an inning here on a Sunday. McLean takes the mound. Still feeling tired all the time. I'll tell you what I did do. I got on the treadmill yesterday for the first time. I only did 15 minutes, but hey, it's a start. I haven't been on it in at least a month. Bottom third for Minnesota. The catcher team captain Earl Batty steps to the plate. Batty 275 on the year, 3 homers, 30 RBIs. McLean into the windup on a 3-8 right-handed. Little comebacker. McLean throws him out. 1 away. Here's Cesar Tovar now. Tovar hitting 278, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. Five-seven righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Tovar, second K for McLean. And here's the pitcher, Mudcat Grant. He's a right-handed batter on a 6-5. Shortstop X, into the hole goes McAuliffe, 328. On a 15, he is there. Strong throw in time. Nice play, McAuliffe, to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins in the second. You'd like to see the number Charles Victory Faust. Unmitigated, I have no idea what you're talking about. Normally I do at least 30, Ben, but there was no way I was going to make it to 30 yesterday. But I need to get my breathing up, so I need to get on it. I'm going to get on it this afternoon. Try to stretch it to 20, but minimum of another 15 is the goal. Mudcat Grant ready to go to work in the bottom of the second. Jim Northrup will lead things off for Detroit. He's hitting 236. 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. 23 extra base hits in total, including 7 triples. Yes, unmitigated. This is a different treadmill. I bought another one. Grant into the windup. 3-5, struck him out. Second K for Mudcat. Here's Willie Horton. Leads the club with a 343 average. Not quite enough at bats to qualify just yet. But his 17 homers and 52 RBIs rank among the leaders. Grant into the windup. 5-7 righty. Base hit, double to 2. That's going to be a single for Horton. That's the first Tiger hit of the day. So Horton aboard. Not held at 12, and the hitter is Bill Freehan, the catcher. Freehan an even 200, 5 homers, 24 RBIs. On a 2-7 right-handed. Liner to third, a single to 5. That's going to be caught there by Killebrew. So Freehan hit it hard, but right at Harmon Killebrew for the out. And the batter will be Don Wirt. Wirt hitting 250, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. Here's the pitch on a 5-7. That's a base hit into right field. To 2 is a double, but it's a 2-star single. Horton to third. Runners at the corners, but there's 2 down and the pitcher is up. McLean, a 3-hitting pitcher weak. Right-handed batter. On a 3-5. Grounder to third. Killebrew comes in, gloves it, takes his time, and throws him out. No runs, 2 hits, a pair left. We're scoreless after 2. Oh, here we go. Victory Faust was a Colt player for John McGraw. He was basically a kook who fancied he could pitch and hung around spring training, and the players fancied him as a good luck charm, so they had him travel with the team. Eventually, he actually got into a couple of games. That is a great story. Third inning in a scoreless contest. Top of the order for Minnesota. Here's Uhlander. McLean gets the sign. The windup and the pitch on a 4-3 left-handed. Grounded to the pitcher X. Doesn't get any better than McLean. A 1-0 on a 3. Diving stop. Oh, what a play by McLean. That ball was headed up the middle. McLean flopped out, trapped it, got up and threw him out. And that's going to be a web gem by Denny McLean. Here's Zoilo Versailles now. 5-9, that is a hard hit ball to left center, backing up his Horton up the track, at the wall. Bye-bye baseball. Zoilo Versailles can touch them all. 5-9 homer to 13. He rolled the 11, and for Zoilo, just his 4th home run of the season, and that gives Minnesota a 1-0 lead. Here's Oliva now. McLean, that's the 15th home run he's allowed. The one chink in his armor. As he goes into the windup, breaking ball, 6-6 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. He'll leave it right over the top of that bender. And with 2 down, here's Jimmy Hall. The pitch on a 5-4 left-handed. Flight of center field X, K-line on his horse. 2-3. On a 19, he runs it down in the gap, and that'll do it. Nice play, K-line in center. The Tigers flash some weather in the 3rd. The Twins get a run on Zoilo's solo shot, and they take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the inning. Exactly, Ernest. Perfect timing. And I look up and now it's 9-7. We got a wild one here in St. Louis. Holy cow. Top of the order for the Tigers. Dick McAuliffe struck out his first time. Mudcat gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-11 right-handed. High fly ball to right. Oliva backing up on the track, pulls it in. McAuliffe gave it a ride. Maybe got under it just a tad. Here's Jake Wood, who walked in the first. The pitch from Mudcat. 4-8. Liner. I can't read it. Liner right at second baseman Tovar. Two down for Norm Cash. Here's the pitch on a 1-7. Fly ball to straightaway center. Uhlander is there. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mudcat ground. 3 innings in the books. It's 1-0 Twins. And I'm going to top off my coffee. Okay, yeah, that makes the grade. That's right, he makes his mark with the Z. Harmon Killebrew will lead off the third. Killebrew singled his first time up as McLean gets his sign. Fouls one back. Here comes the next offering. It's a 2-7 righty. Rips that one into left center. Extra bases to 14. Killebrew headed for second, and he will be in there with a leadoff double. That'll bring up Don Mincher, who struck out in the first. Denny McLean a glance at the runner at second. Now the full windup. 1-4 righty. Grounded to short. McAuliffe has it. Looks Killebrew back and throws him out. Here's the catcher, Earl Batty. McLean's pitch, a 4-3. Grounded to the pitcher, X. 1-0. On an 18. He's got it. Looks the runner back and throws him out. Normally when I'm playing, I kind of shudder a bit at pitcher X plays, but not with McLean on the hill. Here's Tovar now. Freehand making a mound visit. Most likely discussing, do you want to walk Tovar or go after him? Although they're certainly taking their sweet time if that's what they're discussing. And they're going to put him on. So 4 wide ones to Tovar. And here's Grant. Here comes the pitch on a 6-10 righty. Struck him out. Strategy pays off, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, 2 left for the Twins. You guys know I don't often walk 8 hitters, but Tovar's a pretty good number 8 hitter. Okay, score the same, bottom of the 4th. K-line to start us off. Grant into the windup. 5-6 right-handed. Pops him up left side. Zoilo will take it. And here's Jim Northrup, left-handed hitter standing in. Mudcat Grant into the windup. That's a 5-5 lefty. He lifts it the other way to left. Easy play for Hall. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Willie Horton. Horton singled in the second. Grant getting his sign now. The fastball, 6-12. First base X, tough chance for Mincher. Mincher is a 3-12. And here's the play on an 8 error range. A 5 on a 12, and he boots it. Error on Mincher. First error of the ball game. So Horton reaches with 2 down, and that'll get Bill Freehand up to bat. Grant a glance at Horton. From the stretch, it's a 3-4. Grounder down to third. Killebrew has it. Fires across for the out, and the side is retired. Pitchers duel through 4. 1-0 Twins. So the game living up to the advanced billing with these 2 fine right-handers on the mound. checking in on the chat. And I hope everyone's having a great weekend. I kind of wish spring would hurry up and come. But, you know, I'm getting there. I do feel better. And the doctor did tell me not to rush it, but it's really hard not to. I'm getting anxious. I have anxiety disorder anyway. Really getting anxious to feel myself again. Jesus, now it's 11-7 Tampa Bay. Good grief, we've got a football game here in St. Louis. Every time I look up, there's more runs. Fifth inning, top of the order for Minnesota. Uhlaender 0 for 1 with a walk. Denny McLain into the windup now. The pitch on a 1-7 righty. Grounds it to second. Routine for Wood. Flips it to Cash. 1 away. And they've got the bases loaded and 1 out. Zoilo's home run, the only run of the game, as McLain comes set. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 4-11 right-handed. Ground ball up the middle and through into center field. A 1-out single for Zoilo, who's having a day. Not held at 10. And the batter is Oliva. In unmitigated replay, the Tigers lost 5-3 in 10 on a walk-off home run by John Roseborough off of Fred Lasher. Who was Roseborough playing for then? Unmitigated. And why am I suddenly don't have the whole thing in the picture? There we go. Here's Oliva now. Versailles takes his lead. McLain comes in with a 4-7 high fly ball to left. Horton on the move, double to 6. That's going to be caught in left field by Horton. Horton displaying good range on that play to pull that one in. 2 down, here's Jimmy Hall. Here comes the pitch from Denny McLain on a 5-7, just outside, ball 4. Fourth walk issued by McLain, albeit one of them was intentional. And here's Killebrew, who's 2 for 2. The Twins have the right man up there. McLain trying to get back in the dugout as he goes into the windup. 5-3 righty. Fly ball left field X. Tough chance for Horton. Horton's on the move on a 4-6. On a 2, he is not going to get it. That's going to be extra bases. They're waving Versailles in. Hall will stop at third on the RBI double by Killebrew. The ball looked playable. Horton may be still catching his breath from the running catch he made on Oliva. So with the score 2-0, second and third, 2 down, and Don Mincher at the plate. McLain a glance at third, now the windup, now the pitch, 2-4 righty. Foul ball right side, Cash over by the railing, reaches in, and he's got it. Twins leave 2 in scoring position, but they do get a run. And they'll take a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the 5th. Wirt, McLain, and McAuliffe do. Don Wirt singled his first time up. Mudcat into the windup now. The 4-6 righty. Fly ball straight away left. Hall had him positioned perfectly and puts it away for the first out. McLain a 3 right-hander. 1-4, comebacker. High hopper. Grant leaps up, snags it, and throws him out. Grant a little extra time there with McLean running. 2 down for Dick McAuliffe. Grant gets the sign. The pitch is a 1-6 righty. High fly ball to right. Oliva on the move. Double to 6. That's going to be caught on a 9. Oliva able to track that down in the gap. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Grant. So we played 5 innings. It's 2-0 Twins. That's right, he was with the Twins then. Thank you, Unmitigated. I forgot that. Bottom third for the Twins as we go to the 6th inning. Just 2 lone singles for the Tigers, one by Horton, one by Wirt. Earl Batty 0 for 2 will lead off the 6th. Eddie McLean into the windup. That's a 110 right-handed. Base it into right field. Batty, little inside out swing, dunks that one in front of Northrop. Batty very slow. No speed whatsoever on the bases. And again, a good bunting situation, but the pitcher's on deck. Tovar will swing away. Struck out in the 2nd, was intentionally walked in the 4th. Out of the stretch, here it comes. 3-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. Tovar strikes out for the 2nd time. Grant and A bunter, they're going to pull it in, expecting the butt. That'll make him a B as he lays it down on a B. He's a 6B, that'll get it done. Batty goes to 2nd with 2 outs. And it'll be up to Eulander with a very slow runner in scoring position. McLean into the windup. 3-8 right-handed. Grounder down to 1st. Cash has it. Flips it to McLean covering, and that's the inning. Another wild one Ben's watching or listening to. Brewers put up a 6-run 8th to take the lead. The Tigers trying to get off the deck against Mudcat Graham. Both starters rated 8 for endurance. These are 2 starters, 2 workhorses. Jake Wood 0 for 1 with a walk. Grant into the windup. That's a 3-6 right-handed. He rolls it to 2nd. Tovar to his left, scoops it up, throws to Mitcher, 1 down. Here's Norm Cash, Al Kaline to follow. The windup on the pitch. That's a 5-3. Pitcher X. 3-17 for Grant. Here's the play. On an 11, E-range. 7 on a 17. This could be trouble. He's got it, though. Comes off the mound like a cat. Knocks it down. Picks it up and throws him out. Nice play by Grant. And with 2 down, here's Kaline. The pitch from Mudcat. 4-4. Into the hole, shortstop X. That's Zoilo. 244 on a 6. He's got it. Strong throw in time. So at the bottom of the 6th, it's the Twins flashing some leather. We've played 6. Mudcat Grant has stymied the Tigers through 6. We're going to the 7th, Mookie and the cheap seats. He's like a mudcat. Zoilo will lead it off. He's 2 for 3, including a home run. McLean gets the sign. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to Zoilo on a 4-6. He walks him. Zoilo not held at 10. Tony Oliva will be the hitter. McLean really can't afford to give up any more runs here today, not the way Grant's pitching. Oliva's 0 for 3. Denny, a throw to first. Versailles back to the bag. Now comes set and the pitch from the stretch. It's a 2-8 right-handed. He pops him up. Cash waving his arms. He'll take it. And that's the first out. Here comes the ice-cold Jimmy Hall, who's walked twice today. The pitch from Denny McLean on a 4-11 lefty, and he walks him again. Wow. 2 walks in the inning. So you got a guy who's 3 for his last 26, and he walks 3 times. Well, the dice don't know that. First and second one out, and here's Killebrew, who has yet to be retired. 2 doubles and a single. Action now in the Detroit pen. Fred Gladding throwing. McLean pitching to Killebrew. The full windup now. 4-7. He walks the bases full. Holy crap. 3 walks in the inning and the bases are loaded. And Gladding getting ready in a hurry now. Freehand out to the mound. McLean nodding. Don Mincher, the batter. This could be McLean's last batter. Gladding is about ready. Let's check these ground ball A's here. He's got quite a few. Infield will be back. McLean needs a ground ball. The pitch to Mincher. 1-8. Ground ball second base. Wood to McAuliffe to Cash, and it's an A+ too. Double play. So 1-8. Ground ball A+. Wait a minute. Was it a 1-8? Shoot, I didn't think it was. I read it as a 1-9. Replay review. I'm sorry. I've got to make sure to get it right. I can't see anything. One 8 single to 4. Liner to second, so it's not a double play. It is a liner right at Wood, who throws to first, not in time. So that's the second out. Bases remain loaded. And Earl Batty is the hitter. Grounded back to the box twice and then singled. McLean into the windup. 6-7, second base X. Tough chance for Wood, a 429. Hold your breath on this one. 429 on a 3. Wood cannot get it, and 2 runs will score. Versailles scores. Hall scores. To third goes Killebrew. And the Twins break it open. Four to nothing now. Gladding is ready, but Swift is going to stick with his ace. The pitch to Tovar. 6-5, shortstop X. That's McAuliffe. 328. Here's the play on a 1. McAuliffe can't get it. Another 2-star single. And McLean is kind of snake bit by his defense now. Killebrew comes in to score. Batty to third. McLean justifiably frustrated. And here's Mudcat with 2 down. Fastball, 4-7. He walks the pitcher. 4th walk of the inning, and here comes Swift. That's it. He's seen enough. Trying to let him finish the inning. He's going to double switch with Wood. Gladding will come on. Actually, he won't. I'm sorry, it will not be Gladding. It's going to be Pena. Jerry Lumpy will go into the 9 spot at second base. With the left-hander up, definitely not a spot for Gladding. Six and 2/3 for Denny McLean. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. And oh, those bases on balls. 3, 4, 8. One of them intentional. 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. So McLean, battling control issues all afternoon, exits here in the 7th with the score 5-0. Pena completing his warm-up tosses as the Twins bat around. And here's Eulander. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Here's Pena's pitch on a 4-8 lefty. Grounder down to first. Cash has it. The play taking him away from first. He tosses to McAuliffe for the force. And that'll do it. 3-run score, however, on just 2 hits, 2 left. And as we stretch, it's 5-0 Twins. And now Denny is heading to Denny's for a grand slam. With all those walks, it's a miracle he didn't throw up a grand slam. Throw in the walks and then the home runs on the card. Holy cow. Not to mention the punch in the Minnesota lineup. Okay. Take a short Mookie break. Oh yeah, he's crashed. What else is new? Let's see what he's up to here. Mook, what are you doing, buddy? Mookie. Mookie. Hi, Mookie. Say hello. Say hello. Just popped his head up to say hello, and that's it. I haven't seen his buddies the last couple days. They must not be home. It's a gray day. Thoughts on a gray day. His cats are losing today. The one cat food to eat when you gotta eat cat food. Kind of reminds me of my own lyrics to Bob Seger's Catman Do. I guess I'm gonna eat cat food too. And if I ever get out of here, I'm eating cat food too. Do 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 do. All Twins today, 5-0. Grant pitching a gem here. He's only allowed 2 singles. It'll be Northrop, Horton, and Freehan for Detroit in the bottom of the 7th. Mudcat into the windup now. The pitch on a 6-5 lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Northrop strikes out for the 2nd time today. And here's Willie Horton. Horton, one of the 2 hits off of Grant. Fastball, 1-6, struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Grant. With the 5-run lead now, he's wasting no time coming right at him. And here's the pitch to Freeman. 3-4, grounder down to 3rd. Killebrew has it. Throws him out, and it's a nifty 1-2-3 inning for Mudcat Grant. Coming up for the Twins, it's right, left, left. So Pena will stay out there. Pena, a backwards righty. trailing by 5, not a Johnny Padres situation by any means. And here's the man with the Z, 2 for 3 with a walk. Pena into the windup. 5-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll bring up Oliva, who's 0 for 4 today. The pitch from Pena. 6-6, that's a liner to second, single to 3. That's going to be caught by Lumpy. Almost said Wood, but it's Jerry Lumpy at second now. And with 2 down, here's Jimmy Hall. Pena's pitch, breaking ball, 2-3. Grounds it to first. Cash will take it to the bag himself. And it's 3 up, 3 down for Orlando Pena. Ernest, I'm surprised I got nothing out of you on thoughts on a gray day. All right, refill on the coffee and we'll wrap her up. That'll be the half a cup. That should be enough. Don Wirt, Jerry Lumpy, Dick McAuliffe. Jerry Lumpy Rutherford, yes indeed. Wirt 1 for 2. Grant set now. Here's the pitch. Fastball 3-7. Rolls it to short. Zoilo throws him out. And Grant now has retired 11 in a row. Here's Lumpy in his first at bat of the afternoon. On the year, batting .240. 2-5 right-handed. Grounds it to second. Tovar scoops it up, flips it to Venture. Here's McAuliffe now. The windup and the pitch on a 3-9. Grounds it to second. Tovar to Mincher. And Grant is just cruising now. 13 in a row retired by Grant. Take the error out of the equation. You'd have to go back to Wirt's 2-out single in the second. Pena rated 4 for relief endurance. He may as well stay out there. Killebrew will lead it off. Killebrew has not been retired. Single, double, double, and walk. Pena into the windup. 5-9 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Pena's retired all 5 batters he's faced, and here's Don Mincher. Pena's pitch, a fastball, 2-10, pops him up left side. McAuliffe will take it. 2 down quickly, and here's Earl Batty, who's 2 for 4. And here comes the pitch from Pena on a 6-11 righty. Hard smash to third. Wirt has it. And that'll do it. So nice job out of the pen from Pena. 2 1/3 scoreless. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Mudcat Grant, 3 outs away from a complete game shutout. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me on a Sunday here. As Unmitigated channels his inner Bob Uecker. And we'll start off with a pinch hitter for Pena. Looking down the bench. They're going to get, I normally don't, but normally don't use the last catcher, but we're going to give Orlando McFarland an at bat here. McFarland, 290 in just 31 at bats, has 3 home runs. Mudcat into the windup. 2-6, struck him out. One down, and here's Cash. K-line to follow if anybody gets on Northrop. Grant into the windup. It's a 2-7, and he walks him. So that ends the streak. 15 in a row were retired by Grant prior to that walk. And the batter is K-line. K-line 0 for 3. Grant gets the sign. The pitch from the stretch on a 3-5. Grounder wide to second. To his left, Tovar. Only play is to first, and on the play, Cash moves to second, and the Tigers down to their last out. Jim Northrop at the plate. Grant towing the rubber now. Nods to Earl Batty, takes a deep breath. The full windup, the pitch to Northrop. It's a 4-7. Base hit into right field. The run will score. There goes the shutout. RBI for Northrop. Cash in to score to make it 5-1. And now one more hitter walk will fatigue Grant. So they're getting busy in the Minnesota pen. They used Roggenberg in real life. Not a Roggenberg situation by any means. Five to 1. Oh, what the heck? They're going to get Worthington up. Al Worthington throwing. Willie Horton at the plate. Grant from the stretch. 6-3 right-handed. Fly ball left field X. Hall on the move. 2-E-8. On a 17, he flags it down in the gap, and that's the ball game. Tigers get a run in the ninth. Grant unable to get the shutout. But he does get the complete game. And with the win, he's 10-5 now. Denny McClain with the loss drops to 6-5. A 3-hitter for Grant. He walked 2. Struck out 2, 3, 4, 5. Grant, most likely player of the game. He was the Mudcat and the Tigers were the Mud Skippers. Hey there, Bill. Good to see you. Twins win it with 5 runs, 8 hits, and an error. Tigers 1 run, just 3 hits. 3 lousy hits, no errors. Grant will be the player of the game. Honorable mention to Killebrew, with 3 hits and a walk. Zoilo, 2 hits and a walk. But the story has to be Mudcat. It's not easy to 3-hit this Tiger team. Next up on the schedule, we're going to have St. Louis at Houston. Ray Washburn for the Cardinals. Mike Cuellar will get the start for the Astros. Most likely tomorrow. I'll have to see how I feel, of course, which is the case lately, but most likely tomorrow. Bah humbug, are mitigated indeed. Well, that's it for me. I'm going to find something to eat and relax. You guys do the same. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.